Hello, I'm Nolu, and welcome to my YouTube channel and on my segment that I call My Thoughts and Opinion. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to talk about something that I've been trying to ignore for some time now, doing so deliberately because of obvious reasons. But then I just kept coming across it on my feed, and anyway, where I have a screen on, so it's always there. And that, of course, it is the trend of making obesity trend or normalizing obesity, because we are told that obese people, they've been marginalized, or rather having a picture or a cover of a magazine of somebody who's healthy, particularly a woman in this instance. I want to talk about a woman who is healthy, who looks really incredibly beautiful. It is something which then it's more like a way to tramp down on people who are fat, yet at the same time not ignoring the consequences that come, which mostly they are health related consequences that come with being fat. But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. So Nike and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Adidas, they've been on this. I'd say it's a trend, or rather campaigns that have been led by people who are oversized, and fat. Oversized and fat sounds like the same thing, but let me just put it and say maybe oversized. I'm threading carefully because there's a lot of misunderstanding in this whole thing of body weight, and my focus particularly will be on women, because I've noticed that since this trend has begun, there's a lot there are many women who have let loose in terms of taking care of their body, so much that it's just okay to be an oversized woman. I want to highlight there is nothing wrong with being fat. However, I know very well that it brings a lot of problems to you as an individual. I know that from my personal experience. Whenever I gain weight, I feel tired most of the time. And there's so much changes that happen to me. My activities change, my confidence change as well, because having more weight, I believe that it does weigh you down. That's number one. And now shredding off that weight, it is also something which it is quite challenging. This, of course, again, I know it from a personal experience, because as I said, whenever I gain weight, having to shred it down, it is seriously a mammoth task, However, because I know how it feels like to carry that weight, it becomes my drive to work on myself, and that I do so knowing that I just do not like the way that I look. Yes, I remember recently when I went home, so many people kept saying, wow, you've gained weight, As I say, I look good. But that, to me, it didn't make me comfortable, And as much as even in our Black society, particularly, again, I say Black society, whenever you come back home and you come back home looking a bit, chubby or rather fattish, it's considered that you are well taken care of where you are from, you are living well, and you are doing well. Well, even though that's the case, it does not mean it is right or it is healthy to be an oversized person. That's just the truth, And I know we're living in a time where truth hurts. So when it hurts, we'd rather be fed lies, just like children. It's like telling a baby that, you know what, this particular thing, it is not good for you. And that's not going to change. No matter how you can cry, no matter how you want to change it to be what you want it to be, truth is, it's just not good for you. So we're living in a society, and of course, this I believe it's also exacerbated by brands who have a lot of influence in our lives, because brands have always told us how to look, how to dress, how to speak, who to surround ourselves with. That's just the power of big brands, you know. For instance, like I said, your Nike and your Adidas brands, they tend to be the ones that, you know, they do these great campaigns, which in the past it was all about fitness, all about athletes, you know, and it was all about you working on yourself, looking healthy, self. Because you can get as many followers as you can on social media. As somebody who's oversized, you can get the attention that you're looking for. You can get these brands, partnerships, and sponsorships that you can get. But truth is, you are the one who feels, how is it like to carry so much weight? You can create as many TikTok videos convincing us that being fat, it's actually a great thing. It's a lie. Again, I emphasize, it's a lie. That does not mean, on the other hand, that when you're fat, you're supposed to hate yourself. For me, I don't necessarily like myself when I've gained so much weight, because I know that it means so many things I will slack on. And as a person, I love being active. I love the outdoors. I love cycling. I love just being, I'm an outdoor person. So when I have gained weight, I tend not to have much energy to do all the stuff that I love to do, you know. And that is why I don't like to be comfortable with myself when I have gained weight. So my point of this is, just because something it is true, does it change by mere fact that we are told that obesity is the new health, or it is the future of healthy? Because I saw a cover that says that. Does it change the reality or the truth? And what is that truth? That when you have, when you are an oversized person, you're more prone to actually get sick. It doesn't. And it's quite, it's absurd to me to see that these brands, they're pushing that as much as they can. I've had friends who are oversized. I do not remember making them feel uncomfortable. I've had friends who have spent so much time with me that they were influenced by the way that I eat. So much, some of them, they've actually lost weight without even me commenting about their weight. And where am I going with that? That I don't believe that they are, yes, I know that there are some people who make other people feel uncomfortable with how they look. It's just the reality of life. Simply because we are creatures who are sinful and fallen, so therefore we aren't innocent for making each other feel a certain pain inside. On that same note, we are the same people who embraces one another. If you have a friend, like I said, who's oversized, if you just love your friend, you love your friend. And in that, or rather you have a colleague who's oversized, they're your colleague. Yeah, of course, you might know or might see that this weight is not good for them, but you don't necessarily reject them. Let me just put it like that. That's a society where I come from. But then on the same note, it does not mean that that person, they don't necessarily feel how is it like to carry so much weight. It doesn't mean that they don't necessarily feel the consequences of being fat. So no matter how we can accept it, no matter how we can make it, normalize it as we put it, I just think that it doesn't change the fact that it has dire consequences. And funny enough, since these campaigns and trends of normalizing fatness, I'm seeing a lot of fat young girls in our community. Our communities now have young girls who just feel good with being fat. Yes, I also understand that before, or rather as girls, normally we do things because we want the appraisal and the attention of men. Seeing that now we are rebelling against everything that has to do with having to look good for someone else, particularly a man. Even though even that's not true in itself, because we still do want their attention, even though we would never admit it. I'm not there. Right now I'm in this point. Can we stop lying? Or rather, can we stop wanting to be treated like children by not wanting to embrace the truth? Someone says, no, you've gained weight. Snap, I've gained weight. Let me go to my on my bike, take some few rides, not even few, a lot of rides. Let me take walks. Let me watch what I eat. Let me try, because I want to be light, active, confident, healthy. It's still important. Am I doing it to gain someone else's attention? No. I'm doing it because for me, it's good. First. Also, I know that it will affect the people that are surrounding me when suddenly now I don't do the things that I enjoy doing. Spending time with them, doing all the fun things that I do. Now, that being said, there's nothing wrong with being fat, but also there's nothing wrong with being healthy. And just because you've embraced it, it doesn't mean it's right. Those are my thoughts and opinion for today. See you in the next one.